Thank you, Chairman Jordan and Ranking Member Nadler. I want to thank you for holding today's Member Day hearing and allowing me to come and talk about some of my legislative priorities. I represent California's 40th Congressional District, which has been plagued by retail crimes. We see businesses victimized by large-scale thefts, it seems like every week. And these thefts are often part of a broader scam to steal goods, front them online or overseas, and launder money for criminal organizations. This scam is known as organized retail crime and is responsible for roughly $95 billion in losses for retailers every year. The California Highway Patrol has set up a task force to better respond to organized retail crime and to work more closely with local jurisdictions to crack down on organized retail crime, but guidance and assistance from the federal government is limited. These crimes are normally prosecuted on the local and state level, where federal law enforcement is often occupied with more serious and violent crimes. While I understand that federal law enforcement is not the most equipped to respond to retail theft cases, I do believe that the federal government can play a role in supporting state and local law enforcement, especially in cases of organized retail crimes where stolen goods or laundered money crosses intrastate or interstate lines. Investigations of organized retail crime can be complicated given the number of agencies that could be involved in investigating different elements of the crime, and there is no agency that has the exclusive jurisdiction over these cases when the crime crosses state lines. Since organized retail crime crosses different jurisdictions, federal enforcement agencies should be able to strategize on how to best support state and local enforcement in combating these crimes. There is a bill that I introduced, H.R. 316, Improving Federal Investigations of Organized Retail Crime Act. This bill directs the Department of State, the Department of Homeland Security, and the United States Postal Service and other relevant agencies to create a cohesive strategy and report to Congress on how the federal government can improve coordination and information sharing among federal law enforcement agencies and increase collaboration with retailers, organized retail crime associations, and state-run retail crime task force, and assist state and local authorities in compiling evidence for the prosecution of organized retail crime. While this is a small step in the right direction, we should note that there are a number of other issues that will need to be addressed as we seek to tackle organized retail crime. I know a number of my colleagues are working on this issue, and I thank them. And I stand ready to work with them and the Judiciary Committee to move legislation on this issue that is deeply important to my district. I would also ask the committee to keep in mind that California suffers from rogue prosecutors who refuse to enforce the laws on the books and immediately release criminals back on the streets after they are booked for misdemeanor and even felony thefts. So I also stand ready to work with you on this issue.